Testing 1, 2, 3 sounds good to me. What do you do when the storm comes without warning and all you've got left is the strength nobody sees? Be right back.
They thought silence meant weakness, but silence was my fortress. Every no I took, I turned to rhythm, built my throne with every you can't give it. Mama said, baby, don't break bend. Life hit hard, but I won't end. Got that holy fire burning deep. Even in my shadows, I don't sleep. Holding grace like a weapon, joy in my veins, I ain't stressing. Every scar's a sacred thread. We rise from tears we never shed. Ooh, silent strength can't be tamed. Power in the hush, don't need no name. Ooh, every whisper's thunderous loud, marching like a queen through the crowd. I move like the hush of a storm, quiet heat, I've been reborn. Raised in choirs, fed on soul. Backbeat justice, I'm in control. Glory wrapped in every trial, faith been stretching mile by mile. Ain't just hope, it's ancestral flame. I'm the echo of every mother's name. Ooh, silent strength can't be tamed. Power in the hush, don't need no name. Ooh, every whisper's thunderous loud, marching like a queen through the crowd. You see a woman quiet, you better listen harder, 'cause her silence is a sermon and her steps a sacred order. I won't scream, I'll just shine. You hold it down, heart refined. We testify in harmony, two voices, one legacy. Ooh, Hands lifted high, soul set free, melody rising in unity. Ooh, silent strength can't be tamed. Power in the hush, don't need no name. No name. Ooh, every whisper's thunderous loud, marching like a queen through the crowd. Silent strength.
Sudden storms, silent strength, how I stay spiritually grounded. Welcome to the Unorganized Chaos Network. I am the evangelist of entertainment. This is a whosoever will zone. All are welcome here, especially if you're gay, straight, crippled, or crazy. Welcome to where absolutely nothing makes sense, which makes everything make sense. You're welcome to like, you're welcome to share, you're welcome to subscribe, you're welcome to hit that notification bell in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. You know, sudden storm, silent strength. How I stay spiritually grounded. That's a soul stirrer. Let's talk about preparing for the suddenlies, those divine plot twists that pull the rug out, shake the table, and flip the script on our lives without warning. The kind that don't call ahead, don't ask permission, don't knock, just show up like ready or not. Here's how we spiritually prepare without letting fear or anxiety hijack our peace. Practice daily surrender. Not once a week, not when things get hard, but daily. Give us this day our daily bread. That means trust God this day, not next Tuesday, not what if scenarios. One day at a time. Say out loud each morning, God, I don't know what's coming, but I know you'll be with me when it does. When you're trained your spirit to surrender daily, you're no longer surprised by change. You're aligned with flow, not control. Anchor yourself in God's character, not life's conditions. Life is unpredictable. God is not. If your peace is based on predictability, anxiety will eat you alive. But if your peace is based on the unchanging nature of God, loving, sovereign, good, then suddenlies don't shake you, they reveal you. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. As Hebrews 13 and 8. So rehearse God's resume, not your fears. Build a habit of stillness. Stillness is spiritual conditioning. The quiet you create before the storm trains you to breathe through the unknown. This is so true. I meditate daily and I love it. Start with 5 minutes a day with just no music, no scrolling, no begging God for answers. Just sit with your palms open and say, I am safe, I am held, I am ready. And just be quiet. Stillness is where faith stretches and panic shrinks. Replace your what ifs in life with even if. What if I lose my job? Even if I do, God is still a provider. What if they leave? Even if they do, I am never abandoned. What if all falls apart? Even if it does, God rebuilds better. You know, I often say this a lot. I want this, even if I don't get it. I say even if, not what if I don't get it. I say this is what I want, but even if I don't get it, that means I got something better coming. God got something better coming for me. All right, so change your what ifs to even ifs. This shifts this shift trains your nervous system to calm itself with truth. You're not being naive, you're being anchored. Stay spiritually ready, not just mentally busy. A lot of us try to over prepare mentally because we are trying to avoid pain. But spiritual preparation doesn't eliminate discomfort, it builds resilience. Stay in alignment through scripture meditation, not just reading, but eating the word. Through worship, not just songs, but songs that remind you of who God is. Some gospel songs are the pure devil. They are sad. There ain't nothing in them about good news. If it ain't good news, it is not gospel. Listen to songs that remind you of who God is. Stand in alignment through your community, people who pray for you when you forget how. Preparation without fear says, Lord, surprise me with your goodness and steady me through your process. Suddenlies are God's specialty. Sudden blessings, sudden shifts, sudden breakups, sudden breakthroughs. But here's the truth. What's sudden to you has been scheduled by God. What is sudden to you has been scheduled by God. So your only job is to stay in position, praying, praising, and preparing like something is coming, but without panic if it doesn't come when expected. Even when the storm comes suddenly, my soul stands steadily. Even when the storm comes suddenly, my soul stands steadily. I am grounded in grace, anchored in peace, and led by the still voice of God within me. Isaiah 26 and 3. There within you will find these words. You will keep me in perfect peace. Those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. Isaiah 26 and 3. This verse, it captures the essence of staying spiritually grounded in silent strength, even when storms rise without warning. I got a book recommendation for you. The Untethered Soul, The Journey Beyond Yourself by Michael A. Singer. This book is a spiritual masterclass in releasing fear, embracing presence, and finding unshakable peace in the chaos of life's sudden storms. It teaches it teaches you how to let the storm pass through you without letting it define you. It teaches you how to let the storm pass through you without letting it define you. How to ground your soul when the world feels like it's spinning. Go watch The Color Purple again. This film is a spiritual sermon dressed as cinema. It tells the story of sudden storms, abuse, separation, loss, and the silent strength of a black woman who survives it all with quiet grace and a soul that refuses to break. Celia's journey is the embodiment of staying spiritually grounded when the world offers no mercy. Her transformation is a blueprint for divine resilience. Then go listen to Stand by Donnie McKirkland. After you've done all you can, you just stand. This song is a spiritual anchor. It speaks directly to the heart of sudden storms, silent strength, the moments when life hits hard, but faith hits harder. It's not just a song, it's a survival soundtrack. When the thunder rolls and the tears fall in silence, this is the anthem that holds you steady. Check this out. You don't decide your future. You decide your habits, and your habits decide your future. By Dr. Benjamin Hardy, who is an organizational psychologist. You don't decide your future. You decide your habits, and your habits decide your future. This quote beautifully reflects the silent strength and preparation, the daily spiritual practices that keep you grounded when sudden storms come. It's not the chaos that defines you, it's the consistency you built in the calm. When strength is sudden storms, silent strength, and sudden storms. God of the stillness and the storm. When life shifts without warning, when the winds rise and peace hides, anchor me in you. Let my fear be hushed by your faithfulness. Let my trembling hands find steadiness in your presence. Let my heart remember that surprises don't shake your sovereignty. Teach me to trust without needing a forecast, to worship when the thunder speaks, to stand when the ground beneath me moves. Help me practice peace before the chaos, to plant prayers deep so they bloom in the rain, to listen for your whisper when the world is loud, even if the sky darkens, even if the path disappears. Let my soul be unshaken, because you, Lord, are unchanging. I release the need to control. I receive the grace to endure. I walk by faith, not by forecast. In the name of the one who calms storms with a word. Amen. Sudden storms, silent strength. How I stay spiritually grounded. For my beautiful black queens who walk through tornadoes like it's just wind with a little attitude. What if I told you your next breakdown might be your biggest breakthrough, but only if you don't cuss God out halfway through it? Yeah, I said it. Some storms, some storms ain't scheduled. They don't RSVP. They just show up like an ex at your wedding, uninvited, dramatic, and determined to ruin your peace. But today I'm going to tell you how to ride it out, how to throw on your spiritual bonnet, tie it tight, and stand in the wind without losing your mind or your edges. Peace ain't passive, it's practice. Peace ain't passive, it's practice. Strength don't always shout, sometimes it hums. Grounded people still get shaken, they just don't fall apart. Life don't warn us, it wails. One minute you got plans, next minute God got better ones. With no memo, no emo, no email, and zero respect for your Google Calendar. According to the American Psychological Association, 70% of people regularly experience physical symptoms caused by stress. But you're expected to smile in storms and cook during chaos. But let me flip it for you. What if the storm was the schedule? What if the storm was the schedule? Silent strength is a superpower. Every time you didn't clap back, that was power, not weakness. Every time you didn't clap back, that was power, not weakness. Every time you didn't clap back, that was power, not weakness. You do not have to attend every argument you're invited to. It's a lot of times I sit there, even when I was playing cops and robbers. I was the popo. Most people didn't like the popo. They'll sit and just try to start an argument. I'm an expert at de-escalation skills. And let me tell you, my number one tool I use to do is pure silence. I sit there, I let them look at them. Then they start asking me, am I crazy? If I can hear them, I still just sit there and look at. Because at the end of the day, they're going to jail. I'm going home. Ain't no sense of me sitting here arguing with you. Every time you didn't clap back, that was power, not weakness. My beautiful black queens, just because they didn't see you cry, don't mean you didn't survive the flood. You ever been so strong, you're exhausted? That's called being a black woman on a Tuesday. But here's what I learned from Jesus and my auntie. Power is quiet. Ego is loud. Power is quiet. Ego is loud. When you are powerful, you don't have to announce your power when you come into a room. Reminds me of this little teensy tiny man I used to know. And well, I still know, not used to know him, but he will often say, I'm a grown a man. I'm a grown ass man. So one day I took him to the side, I said, you know what? Grown ass man don't go around saying I'm a grown ass man. Power is quiet. Ego is loud. EGO, edging God out. Ego is loud. If you have to, every time the microphone is your hand, you have to say how good you are. You don't have to dim anybody else's light for your light to shine. Spend your time whenever you have the mic giving someone else the praise. Okay? Studies show that emotionally intelligent people respond, they don't react. This is so true. I believe I'm emotionally intelligent most of the time. Emotionally intelligent people respond, they don't react. I remember I had a phone call the other day. Someone called me and they only knew one side of the story. People, please remember this. There's three sides to every story. I say this all the time. I'm sick and tired of saying it's your side, my side, and the truth. Anyway, this person only heard one side of the story, decided to call me, curse me out, talk to me, ruin stuff, and then told me that they had a weapon. Emotionally intelligent people respond, they don't react. I didn't say nothing. I show emotional intelligence. I didn't say a word. It's like, okay. This person didn't get the response that they was expecting. And they probably did because most people that know me know I'm not gonna risk. I mean, it's whatever. And then another time, a person called me. They got upset because I called them something that they called themselves. That was pure manipulation. Anyway, I was like, okay, whatever. Okay. Emotionally intelligent people respond, they don't react. Then I get a crazy text message. I'm like, okay, God bless you. I keep it moving. Because most of these people, I know I can drag them. I know they have stuff on me. I have stuff on them. I could drag them, but I won't. Why? Why? I have no desire to drag anybody. I wish you all the best. I wish everybody the best. I believe the more happy people in the world, the more happier the world would be. But I'm not interested in dragging anybody because my healing has got me booked. I am booked and busy on my healing process. And dragging anybody is not a part of that process. So let's get grounded. Grounded people don't float away. Your soul can be still while your life is in motion. Being grounded ain't about being perfect. It's about having roots so deep, even when your crown gets tilted, your peace don't fall out. Your peace don't fall off. Delete drama like spam mails. Delete drama like spam emails. Tithe your tithe. 10% of stillness. Of course, we tithe our money into faith ministries or whatever charity you want to. But tithe your tithe. And when I mean that time, 10% is 24 hours a day, 2.4 hours. Spend that in meditation and prayer. Tithe your time back to yourself. You deserve at least 10% of the day to yourself. Keep a playlist that slaps harder than anxiety. Thank you, Jill Scott. Keep a playlist that slaps harder than anxiety. Harvard researchers found that mindfulness and spiritual practices reduce anxiety and strengthen emotional regulation. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you, Harvard. Some of y'all confuse being grounded with being busy, but motion ain't the same as progress. A lot of people are busy doing absolutely nothing. You spin it in circles, calling it a plan. Let me say this aloud for the overachievers in the back. You don't have to earn rest. You just have to receive rest. You don't have to be busy, 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 busy all day, all week, all year, all month, and then finally decide to rest. You know, true story. Tell you a true story. Well, I think it's a true story. I saw it on multiple sources. This person worked, I think, 7 years of her life straight. I believe it's a female. God correct me in the comments if not. Every single day for 7 years. She took one day off just to do nothing and rest and died. And she's still resting to this day. I'm sure that's not the way she wanted to go. And then why are you working for people so hard that will replace you in a heartbeat if something happened to you? Something don't even have to happen to you. They just get rid of you and violate your rights for no reason. Just because they don't like you. That's another story. But get you some rest. Take care of you. One of my favorite supervisors told me when my wife had pancreatic cancer, like, don't worry about this job, worry about your wife. Anything was to happen to you, or any of us, they replace us in the heartbeat and keep it moving. And that is so true. So I stayed focused on my wife. You know, we have to stay ready, so we ain't gotta get ready. Spiritual prep is like wearing good shapewear. You may not see it, but it's holding everything together. My beautiful black queens, it's easier to build the habit before the hardship. So meditate like the Wi-Fi depends on it. Journal like you're trying to publish your trauma. I journal like I'm trying to publish my trauma. I journal it, write it, then speak it, make a video. Talk to God like He's your therapist with no copay. I talk to Jesus on Sundays and my therapist on Monday. One of them don't have a copay, the other one do. But they're both working. That's that 10% I was telling you about. 2, that's 2 hours and 40 minutes a day. I spend an hour of that on Mondays with my therapist, so I have an hour and 40 minutes left for me to journal and do whatever I need to do for me. Neuroscience proves that repetition rewires the brain. So when chaos comes, your faith will already know what to do. Okay? So, what happens when the storm wins? When you break but don't shatter, there's a difference between falling and failing. Don't confuse the bruise for defeat. Don't confuse the bruise for defeat. I have a bruise on my hand right now. I don't know if y'all can see it. I have a bruise. It's from my parents' dog. I was holding him and he saw another dog and wanted to get down and scratch the mess out of me. But to this day, I remain undefeated against this dog. Even though I have a bruise, a scar, don't confuse the bruise for defeat. I was not defeated. I just got the bruise. It's like boxers when they're in a boxing match. Both of them tend to get bruised up, but don't confuse the bruise for defeat. Yeah, sometimes I break down in the bathroom. I cry so hard the mirror falls up, but then I wipe my face. I pull my do-rag straight and say, girl, we still got purpose to walk in. Let me tell you a true story. Jesus slept through a storm. The disciples were panicking, but the Prince of Peace, the peace during the storm, was knocked out cold, getting his rest in, sleeping. That's what we should do because peace ain't just for quiet places. Peace ain't just for quiet places. I know some people can sleep through a tornado, a hurricane. Peace is a spiritual GPS that don't lose signal when life gets loud. But what if I'm not strong enough? Good, that means you know where your strength ends and where God's strength begins. But I don't feel grounded. My beautiful black queen, feeling is not always fact. Not all feelings are real, but they are not always factual. You can be growing in the dark and still be rooted. But the storm keeps coming. Then stop trying to stop it. Start learning how to surf. Work with it. When the storms hit suddenly, breathe. When you feel weak, whisper. When life don't make sense, still stand. Your silent strength is not just survival. It's your strategy. It's your sermon. It's your superpower. Now, if this spoke to your storm, do three things. Drop a storm in the comments so I know you made it through. Share this with your strongest friend, the one who don't ask for help, because she always is the help. Subscribe for more soul medicine and truth telling from your favorite unorganized chaos crew. Remember what I said up top, your breakthrough, your breakdown might be your biggest breakthrough, but only if you don't cuss God out halfway through it. But now you know why, because sudden storms may shake you, but silent strength, she holds you down. If this message stirs something in you, don't just scroll. So, drop a comment and tell me, how do you find your silent strength when life gets loud? Share this with somebody who's in the middle of a storm but too strong to say so. Like it if you felt seen. Subscribe if you're done surviving and ready to start spiritually thriving. Because over here, we don't just weather storms, we worship through them. We worship through the storm. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and turning on that notification bell. Do me a favor, share this with at least 4 different people. You're more than likely to become like the 4 people you hang around the most. The Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you. It's so easy to love. Made my whole life prove that God is good. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. And if all hearts and minds are clear, let's go govern ourselves accordingly.
They thought silence meant weakness, but silence was my fortress. Every no I took, I turned to rhythm, built my throne with every you can't give it. Mama said, baby, don't break bend. Life hit hard, but I won't end. Got that holy fire burning deep. Even in my shadows, I don't sleep. Holding grace like a weapon, joy in my veins, I ain't stressing. Every scar's a sacred thread. We rise from tears we never shed. Ooh, silent strength can't be tamed. Power in the hush, don't need no name. Ooh, every whisper's thunderous loud, marching like a queen through the crowd. I move like the hush of a storm, quiet heat, I've been reborn. Raised in choirs, fed on soul. Backbeat justice, I'm in control. Glory wrapped in every trial, faith been stretching mile by mile. Ain't just hope, it's ancestral flame. I'm the echo of every mother's name. Ooh, silent strength can't be tamed. Power in the hush, don't need no name. Ooh, every whisper's thunderous loud, marching like a queen through the crowd. You see a woman quiet, you better listen harder, 'cause her silence is a sermon and her steps a sacred order. I won't scream, I'll just shine. You hold it down, heart refined. We testify in harmony, two voices, one legacy. Ooh, Hands lifted high, soul set free.